Greetings, Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream, lovely Columbus, Ohio. It's here. We're going to showcase today the Globetrotter. This is the new fair-haired kid on the block. So what we're talking about today is the 27-foot Globetrotter. This is the new introduction for Airstream. The biggest, I guess, impact that it will have is that while you will have the opportunity to do all those beautiful Airstream platforms, there are 4 colorways that will be done in the Globetrotter platform. So that means quite a bit of options. So what we're starting with here, of course, is you're going to see that custom, if you will, Sunbrella awning. Push button, we know all the stuff about Zip-D and how good they are with their awnings. And I love the fact that the push button awning is something that I believe is important. Why? Because you do not tempt Mother Nature. So I'm going to do a quick walk around on the Globetrotter, and then we'll go inside and we'll see what's new and exciting inside. I want to quickly point out, though, not that we have the push button electronic relaxed Zip-D awning, but it comes with the illuminated undercarriage LED lighting strip. So I have outside, inside LEDs, and I can vary the intensity. Let's talk about the front of the Globetrotter. So we have not removed all of the fun stainless steel wrap that comes with. So obviously stainless steel to protect the trailer, the aluminum, all of the Airstream designs that are utilizing the panoramic window have the Mylar protection in front, which allows me then to set an awning. On the inside, I have, of course, tempered glass. So tempered 3-way and then outside panoramic. Now, some of the fun stuff, the new stuff. You have an outside 30 amp service port. Also, I can do dual ACs on the 27, but this allows me to do maybe a short umbilical to my truck or to my tow vehicle and set up that generator system. But obviously this works as a secondary access port for a 30 amps of service. I have 4,000 pounds of Atwood lifting power. Now this of course works when we are stabilizing the trailer, but the next case is if I'm pulling my tow vehicle, I can lock into place, raise up, put my weight distribution hitch into play, and obviously with having 4,000 pounds of lifting capacity, makes the job easier. We have 60 pounds of propane. That is an automatic switchover, by the way. As I burn through a consecutive tank of propane, automatically switches over to the secondary tank. I've got the dual battery set up. I also have a quick disconnect propane port. So if I'm carrying things like that little cool grill, or maybe additional things like a little fire pit or something that I can utilize my propane resources. Then as we talk about generators, you might even do some homework out there because now they have systems which have alternative fuel. I can literally work that generator off of propane as opposed to carrying a fuel source with me. As we work our way around, the first thing I'm going to point out here is this Zip-D awning. The ease at which this operates, and once again on a 27-foot Airstream, absolutely beautiful. Let's keep in mind this is Sunbrella fabric. So to that point, this not only is it sewn on the bias so it maintains this beautiful look, but the bottom line is it is antimicrobial. As opposed to maybe a lot of the vinyl awnings out there that maintain moisture, they get mold, mildew. You won't have that certainly on Sunbrella fabric. Talking about the maintenance-free, if you will, membrane finish on aluminum for Airstream. What this really does is, this is saving you time and maintenance at the campsite because of the way this thing is beautifully built. Some of the fun stuff that comes with Airstream we can talk about. Outside shower, hot and cold running water. Your potable water is locked. Your access port for your city water connection has a regulator that is internal, meaning it will regulate that to 65.5 psi. And then with your septic system, which has lighting underneath, I also have a black water flush system. That's all about clean hands and maintaining the system. Out here, I have the secondary 30 amp service port along with a cable and satellite hookup. I've got the beautiful tricked out aluminum forged wheels. By the way, you have an access port for your freshwater tank. The one thing about Airstream, they utilize some of these ports that are, if I'm at the campsite or if I'm at my storage facility, I have to drain my freshwater tank. Very accessible in between the two wheels. Access panel for your system, your refrigeration system. By the way, having an exterior awning will help the production, or let's say the long-term use of your refrigeration system on the inside. And as we see, it is now a three-way refrigerator. It is a new and exciting refrigerator for Airstream. Outside access port for your forced air furnace. Keeping in mind, I have two resources of heat. I have not only my forced air furnace, which will maintain my tanks in cold weather. The other thing is I have a secondary resource, a heat pump, coming off of the condenser on the AC system. As we work our way around, what you're going to find is some of the stuff that makes sense. I have, of course, my rear window wrap cover, but I also have my camera system. Now, while this is a rear camera, yes, it works beautifully with that backup situation. You're going to light things up so I can see when I am backing. However, as I'm rolling down the road, I have a 7-inch display in my automobile or truck, which allows me to see 3 lanes of traffic as I'm rolling down the road. We gotta love a bumper. You have, of course, the ability to store inside your back bumper, which means even though I have a outside under storage for my sewer hose, I can also store things such as sewer hoses, water hoses, chalks in my bumper. And the ability if I want to add bike racks or fun things like that. So once again, I've got a rear sunbrella, I've got overhead rear camera system. Come on in though, let's take a look at what this trailer has. Now let's take a look at the inside of this Airstream. As we make our way in, first of all, everything is at your fingertips. You have your automatic awning, and of course you have a locking mechanism for that. There's also a tilt mechanism so I can deal with moisture and fun stuff like that, but the push of a button meaning that you're not challenging Mother Nature. Then of course all of your overhead lamps are going to be controlled by these retro cool European buttons. You have here, I'm looking at USB ports, so I have a charging port immediately as I walk in. Now on the opposite side, you're going to see, once again, more of the brain. Your battery disconnect is here, your overhead so that I can control my overhead lighting, and my accent lighting at my fingertips. Also, there is a new access port which allows me to put, guess what? Trash can right inside my front door, which is going to be very useful from the standpoint of where it's located. But as we walk into the trailer, obviously what's going to catch your eye is going to be the details. I'm going to, because I just got information regarding, this is called the, stamp. Okay, so European lines, I don't want to, award-winning Spradling Hitch Lounge and dinette seating. The concept here is that, first of all, it's beautifully textured. Not only does it have the form and the function, but it will adapt your body temperature. No hot sticky in the summer, no cool slick in the winter. Now this is the combination of the Colombian cream with the walnut. So you see the beautiful walnut finish work, and if you look at the dinette here, You've got the cylinder base, which drops down so I can create obviously additional sleeping. I have the ability also to pull to create additional sleeping for my pull-out double. Notice now first I have uplighting. Notice the cabinetry. By the way, no fingerprints, and the cabinetry is just beautifully accomplished inside and out. The mechanisms are flawless, and not only that, but the form and the function for the cabinetry is just absolutely stunning. Notice please the panoramic windows that roll into the radius windows that roll into the vista views. So with the combination of overhead lighting, vista view windows, panoramic lighting, and of course the beautiful cabinetry, it just sets up wonderfully. Now, the galley, very special. We haven't removed all the fun plastic, but I now have a deep well stainless, but it's a double. So I've got, if you will, the deep well stainless double with pivots out of the way. I have storage, I have a combination of storage in the back with removable bins. So it becomes really a unique system of how that all operates. Obviously I have the same ocean air shades, my porthole windows, and then we've accessed here the inset range top with the oven, but I have all of this beautiful surface. Notice the hardware, by the way, just very beautifully accomplished with the European hardware. And I have pot drawers. You want storage? Look at the storage. So I have full steel rides and the access for all of that storage. So as far as the setup on the galley, and of course with my overheads, I'm just accessing a tremendous amount of storage. So if I look, I'm going to have my photographer come the other way so I can point out the television. So I have an additional port, USB port, big screen TV, but below you're going to see the Polk system. And here is my brains of my operation, the computerized panel which tells me where I am at all times with my battery, my black, my gray, my fresh water at my fingertips. And by the way, these are sea level monitors. They're external. We don't have issues with our monitor systems. And then I have the solar system, which also allows me to work off of those dual sealed AGM batteries. And then I have my inverter system at my fingertips, and of course my Polk audio, which from the standpoint of the sound system, it doesn't get any better than this. The Polk prior to this offered only in the Classic. As we complete our galley, keeping in mind I have my microwave, and then I have storage, pantry storage, and certainly overhead. So the galley setup for a 27-foot Airstream becomes extreme. Now, new and exciting for Airstream would be the Dometic 3-way. So I now have a refrigerator that works off of, if you will, all three resources. I can work off of 12 volts, I can work off of propane, or I can work off of shore power. So obviously I'm going to have a refrigeration system that will be functioning at all times. Once again, more storage. And as I work my way back, we have gone to the beautiful linen as far as the separation for midship. And when we talk about separating midship, first of all, we have dual wardrobe and that beautiful book-matched walnut light. So I have overhead lighting on my center deck, which now will, if I'm separating from my living area or my master. New and exciting, of course, they've gone to a beautiful striated glass. Inside here, I have a clothesline. I have seating. I have a fully sealed fiberglass with 12-volt fan. And that's making my way into the master bedroom. Now, in the master, first of all, this is their new foam system. So this is Tuft & Needle adaptive foam mattress. So, and by the way, as far as the pillows, you have Ocean Air designer bedspreads. You've got the this, by the way, from a standpoint of comfort, this is about the best you've ever seen in Airstream from the standpoint of a mattress. They got really good with their pillow tops, but now with the tuft and needle, this is exclusive to Airstream and it's beautiful. You have, of course, panoramic windows, wrapping around to that additional television, and you have the Dometic system. This would be the set it and forget it concept when it comes to heating and cooling. In this 27-foot, you have also overhead fantastic fan in both fore and aft. Tens of thousands of cubic feet of air can be drawn or utilized throughout the system. Overhead lighting, which is on rheostat, along with my accent lighting, halogen reading lamps. You have nightstands with USB port and 110 outlets and storage underneath. And of course, when it comes to storage, we're familiar with what Airstream does. Now, all of your storage is done under here, and you have access ports, panels, and the ability when on your dinette drop to utilize those pillows for your dinette bed. Now, let's also check out the bathroom. You have beautiful porthole entry into the bathroom, which of course has the same beautiful Franke faucets with your countertop surfaces, beautifully done on the interior, some updated hardware, and certainly the drama combining that walnut with the brushed aluminum hardware. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the Globetrotter. But once again, this is the 27-foot Airstream Globetrotter. We're Haydocy Airstream. Call me. My name is Eric Davis. My phone, area code 614-279-8880. Or you can reach me simply via email shout out, eric@haydocy.com. So once again, come and see the Globetrotter. 2 words of advice. I want you to have a happy camping experience. But more than anything, I want you to enjoy the journey. Haydocy Airstream, Columbus, Ohio.